You're watching E.T.N, where we don't do news, we just talk entertainment. Share and subscribe.
Hey guys, welcome to Entertainment Talk Nation. This is Rob. This video is for Star Wars fans, especially Star Wars fans who might be getting tired of comic book news. So big announcement today, 2 more Star Wars movies announced. Gareth Edwards directed Star Wars spin-off. We now have a title called Rogue One, coming out December of 2016, so a year after this year's Star Wars. And then Episode 8 will be coming out May of 2017, which means that only 6 or 7 months after Gareth Edwards' movie, you're going to get the next step in the trilogy. So this is a pretty big announcement. And we see here, if you saw my Ghostbusters video yesterday, I spoke about this a little bit. Once again, universes developing from a cinematic standpoint. I know a lot of people are going to argue, well, Star Wars had their universe long before anybody else. Well, yeah, to a certain extent, but we're talking about just cinematic universe. When the first 3 Star Wars movies came out in the 70s going into the early 80s, then you had the spin-off show, and of course you had cartoons and stuff like that. Then obviously you had more cartoons, plus the second trilogy, which is technically the first trilogy, but you know what I'm getting at. But this seems to be a little bit different approach. Those 2 trilogies, when they came out, you didn't have spin-off series in between all that. And it looks like that's what they're trying to do here. They're trying to throw in a Star Wars movie in between each major installment. That's what it looks to me, anyway. But probably, look, Disney controls the 2 biggest universes right now in Marvel and Star Wars. So they're ahead of the game. They're ahead of the curve. But, this is exciting. Last time we saw Gareth Edwards, obviously, as you well know, he directed Godzilla. And, it's going to be interesting to see, one of the things I always remember about Star Wars is when a movie dropped, you'd have to wait like 3 years before the next one. Where now you're getting, in terms of the primary trilogy, you're getting one in 2015 and one in 2017, only 2 years apart. And in between that, you get a spin-off movie to kind of hold you over, to tie you over until episode 8. So obviously, very big news. Now people can start marking their calendar, you know what I mean? And people start setting things up. I don't think it's going to be pretty crazy. It's going to be pretty crazy. I mean, when you think about Star Wars and, going back, I didn't get to experience it in the 70s. I was too young. But I remember when the second trilogy came out in the 2000s, in between each movie, there was so much. I mean, you want to talk about some of the stuff we dealt with Godzilla. There was so much speculation. There was so much talk and this and that and build up that now I'm interested to see how this is going to how the fans are going to deal with this. They don't have to wait very long. You know what I mean? They have to wait only 1 year before getting another Star Wars movie and then 7 months before getting another Star Wars movie that's part of the primary trilogy. Pretty big deal. And, Disney, between this and Marvel, my God, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money, a lot of toys, a lot of, toy sales. They have the spin-off cartoons and stuff like that. It's just incredible. But that's been the biggest news today for Star Wars fans who, and a lot of Star Wars fans are comic fans as well. But there are some out there that are not comic fans, and I'm sure they're very happy today. They're pulling out their, their lightsabers and their Jedi robe, and they're celebrating. And you should. This is a fun time to be a Star Wars fan because you're getting your own universe now. That's what it looks like. That's what, and again, this is a trend that's going to continue. I know a lot of people are not going to like this, and that's what's going to happen. You're going to see more universes starting to pop up over the course of the next couple of years. And obviously, Disney figures it works for Marvel, and it can work with Star Wars. And you know what? It is going to work with Star Wars because Star Wars has so much content. There's so many different directions you can go in between the movies in terms of what's going on that's not part of the primary story that they can go with. The sky's the limit when you really think about it. The sky's the limit. And, I know a lot of people, again, don't like the whole idea of a whole new universe of these movies, but that seems to be the direction that it's going. You can thank Marvel for that. Marvel's been very successful at it. We'll see if DC can follow suit. We'll see if Star Wars follows suit. I think Star Wars is pretty much a shoo-in. People have been wanting Star Wars spin-off movies for the longest time. It's just interesting that they're happening in such a cluster in between the major trilogy movies. And once again, like I said yesterday in my Ghostbusters video, it's speculated and rumored that it looks like Sony is trying to build their own kind of fringe science universe with, Ghostbusters, Men in Black. So we'll see. But yes, Star Wars, Rogue One in 2016, and then Star Wars Episode 8 in 2017 May, only 7 or 8 months apart. And of course, this year we have Star Wars The Force Awakens. Get up, Star Wars fans. Start celebrating. This is Rob signing off for E.T.N, where we don't do news, we just talk entertainment. Take it easy.
Thank you for watching E.T.N. Don't forget to comment, share, and subscribe. Join the nation's Facebook page to meet other subscribers or visit E.T.N's Facebook page and Twitter page. Links for all are in the description.